Nestled deep within the shadowed woods, there lay a decrepit house known only as the Marrow Dwelling. Locals whispered of eerie lights and unsettling sounds emanating from it on moonless nights, yet none could recall a time when the structure was inhabited. 20 years had passed since the tragic disappearance of the Harper family, last seen crossing its threshold. Nadia, a young historian with a penchant for unraveling local legends, felt the irresistible pull of the Marrow Dwelling. Armed with a flashlight and a tattered journal, she ventured into the woods, driven by the need to uncover the truth behind the Harper family's vanishing. As she approached the house, its imposing silhouette loomed against the inky sky, branches like skeletal hands reaching out to grasp the unwary. The air grew colder, and an eerie silence blanketed the forest, making Nadia's heartbeat thunder in her ears. Each step she took felt heavier than the last, as if unseen eyes followed her every move. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the smell of damp decay. Her flashlight beam cut through the darkness, illuminating faded wallpaper and cobweb-laden furniture. The floorboards creaked ominously beneath her feet. In the drawing room, she found an old portrait of the Harper family. Their eyes seemed to follow her. She shuddered as a frigid draft whispered through the room. Flipping through her journal, she matched the stories of the family to the faces in the portrait: Thomas and Abigail Harper, and their two young children, Emma and Jacob. A sudden noise from upstairs made her start. Reluctantly, she ascended the staircase, each creak sounding like a scream in the oppressive quiet. At the top, she found a child's room. Toys were strewn about, as if the children had vanished in the midst of play. Her eyes fell upon a dusty, broken doll lying on the bed. Picking it up, she noticed a small key tied around its neck. Trembling, she took the key and searched the room, finding a hidden compartment in the dresser. It contained a leather-bound diary, its pages yellowed and ink smudged. As she skimmed through, her blood ran cold. The diary contained entries written by Thomas Harper, detailing a secret ritual meant to protect his family from an ancient curse. He spoke of a figure known as the Watcher, a malevolent spirit that demanded the souls of the innocent. Nadia's surroundings seemed to blur and shift. A sudden chill filled the room. She heard the sound of children's laughter, innocent yet sinister, echoing down the hallway. The flashlight flickered, and in the dim light, she saw the ghostly forms of Emma and Jacob standing at the doorway, their eyes hollow and begging for release. The house itself seemed to breathe, walls pulsing and closing in. Heart pounding, she fled down the stairs, but the front door slammed shut with a force that rattled the windows. The ethereal laughter grew louder, merging with a deep, guttural voice that whispered, "Join us." Desperate, Nadia recited the incantations from the diary, hoping to break the curse. The air grew thick, choking her as shadows writhed and twisted around her. A blinding flash of light burst from the center of the room, and the oppressive weight lifted. Gasping for breath, she found herself outside in the cold dawn light, the house standing silently behind her. In her hand, she still clutched the diary. She had survived the Marrow Dwelling, but the ghostly whispers lingered in her mind, a haunting reminder of the darkness that dwelled within.